Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name is SJ, aka Fresh Asian Yan Guy.
My name is Mitchell Suhu.
Thanks for joining us in our episode 1 in our podcast. So this is new to us. Cheers. I thought we'll give it a shot. I mean, it's always fun to talk about random stuff, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? So I mean, primarily we wanted to do a podcast about just health in general and fitness, and just like other random stuff, current events. So I think we'll try to be on that trail, and we might go off the trail or tracks. I mean, but yeah, it's fucking whatever. And this is our podcast, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So I want to start off this podcast talking about like getting into lifting. Like, how did you really get into lifting yourself?
For me, I think it started. When did I start? So I did a little bit in high school. I graduated 2010. Fucking like 9 years ago now. Graduated 2010. I did a little bit of lifting at that time. I did more of like HIIT workouts. We would do like I would join in for like conditioning during like football practice and like track and like do haven't heard that word in a long time. Do a lot of like intensity workout, and not really heavy, but just a lot of intensity. I did so pretty much that's when I got introduced into like just bench pressing, squat, and a lot of power cleans instead of deadlifts.
Okay.
Deadlifts not really till like towards the end, towards the end of high school, and then 2014 or 15 is when I actually really, started, because that's when I like between 2010 and 2015 I gained so much weight. I mean, school and like trying to keep up with my health, because in high school I ate like shit, literally.
Yeah.
I would come home from work and from school and like eat like candies and like donuts and shit like that. Like, I never really looked out for my diet, because who does in high school,
Yeah.
So in 2015, 2016 is when I kind of, I wanted to reach out in my workout hobby, and like I had some of my high school friends who were powerlifting ever since high school. So I started joining them at LA Fitness, and just really started working my way down from like literally benching like 135 for like five reps to like trying to get up in 185, trying to if you looked at our video, the last video we did our 1 rep max, I mean, I think it showed a lot of progress for the last 3-4 years. So I think that's when I really started, like 2015, 16ish, towards the end of 2015 is when I really started working out, and it just I just fell in love with it. I mean, powerlifting is something that you don't compete. I mean, you compete with other people if you're in the competition, but I thought it was like more of a competition against myself. Like you go into the gym and then you try to better your 5x5 from your last weeks to like this week. It's like, oh, last week I did like 135s. Maybe this time I'll do like 145s. The same sets and reps, but like higher weight. So it's like a consistent challenge for me, and I just really like that I'm competing against myself rather than like competing with you or like someone else at the gym. But yeah, I mean, that's like one of the reasons really why I started lifting, and haven't stopped since, even though I'm like inconsistent sometimes, but I still do it because I really like it.
Yeah.
But what about you?
I started off lifting because I played football, and then I wanted to get stronger while playing football. And by being like 5'5", 5'6", and try to be a lineman, it's kind of hard to be like
hell yeah,
to compete with other people. So I had to be as strong as I could be to be able to compete at like a higher level.
Yeah.
So I started off playing football when I was in 5th grade, and then I started lifting when I was about 7th or 8th grade.
Okay.
Because that's the same time my brother was playing football, and he was already in high school.
Okay.
And he was working out. and then so he kind of influenced me to start working out too.
Okay.
And then so I just kind of went. I remember after school I would go straight to like the YMCA that was close by, and I would just work out there by myself and then go back home.
Right.
And then once I started in high school, I started working out with like a team, and then that really like influenced my love for working out.
Okay.
Because I feel like I work out better when I'm with other people, because there's that kind of like vibe.
Yeah, I think that's true for me too. Like when I was before I started working out with you, you know, when I go to the gym, I have like my motivation level is like 50 to 60%. I'm like, wow, should I do this? Like, should I go heavy, or should I just like try to go like okay, you know, like 60% of my. And
then you also like second doubt yourself too. You're like,
all the time,
should I just do this or this?
Yeah.
But when you have another person there, it just kind of like motivates you to do more and work harder.
Yeah, for sure. It's like always better because that other person. I guess it depends on who you're working out with. You know, if you like for us, like, you know, we try to push each other. You know, like we try to say, oh, maybe you should do this instead of like the lower weight you're trying to aim.
Yeah.
And which is always a good person, which is always a good partner to have, instead of saying, oh yeah, sure, you know, do what's comfortable and safe for you. I mean, yeah, you want to be safe, but at the same time, it's like
you want to like
push yourself too. You know. Yeah.
That's also great with like another person, because they can watch your form and see what you're doing wrong. Sure. And other people, they take notice to different things that's going on with your form.
Oh yeah.
Like they can figure out like, oh, they really see that this is like, you need to work on like a certain movement or stretching or whatever.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. Okay. So you did start 5th grade, really start doing it in 7th grade with your brother, right? Okay. And then, so what position did you play in football? Besides lineman. You said you were a lineman?
Yeah, just lineman for offense and defense.
Defense?
Yeah.
What did you play in defense?
I played nose guard.
Nose guard? Oh, shit, okay. So you have to be, like, pretty fast.
Yeah, well, not like pretty fast.
I mean, like, pretty like,
fat.
Grounded, you know, you have to.
Yeah.
You're pretty fat.
I was honestly pretty fat. Yeah. I remember my junior year, I started off the season, my junior year, at, like, 220 pounds.
220. Oh shit, that's pretty heavy.
And then
how much are you right now?
I'm like 194 right now.
Okay, that's a pretty like that's.
Yeah, it was. So I started off like the season at 220, and then throughout like at the end of the season I went down to like 200. So
damn.
I started off pretty big, but I slowly started losing weight within that time.
For sure, and in like high school too, you know, your metabolism is just crazy. I mean, for me, I know that because, like I said, I drank shit. You know, I ate shit. I put so much shit in my body that it just like I feel like I never even ate those because it just burns right off.
Yeah.
You know, and I would do HIIT workouts for like 2 hour long after work. After school, and I did. It's crazy. My senior year, I actually took like 3 PE classes because I was so ahead of my classes. I took all the required classes, and then by the end of my last semester on my high school year, I had like 3 so one of them was a mandatory like PE class, and then 2 was like just a free class that I could take anything I want. So I had 2 volleyball classes, and then I had 1 weightlifting class. It was so I was pretty active in high school, so pretty much I could eat whatever I want, and you know, like the next day I can't even tell that I ate like a big fat whole freaking box of pizza, you know.
Yeah, I felt like when I was in high school, I felt the same that I'm right now. But right now, I'm actually keeping track of what I'm eating, the calories that I'm intaking. But in high school, I just ate whatever was there. Like, I would eat as much as I could and, like, whatever I wanted. But now I actually have to track what I'm eating.
Yeah. And it doesn't get any better when you get older. So it's better to start that habit now. Like, I feel like I still have that high school habit of eating. I mean, you know, even after 9 years, I still, you know, I see it and I'm like, fuck, I'm super hungry. And then I think about it, I'm like, wait, but then, you know, I should really watch my diet. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck it, give it to me. You know, I'll just eat a big fat donut. And it sucks because that habit has always stuck with me, and it's so hard to convert, you know, and like I was talking to you about like my last meet that I did, my powerlifting meet. So I did keto so I could lose, weight fast, and then I was also starving myself. Did a bunch of like water, like hydration. That was pretty much the only thing that kept me. And keto, I don't know about for other people, but for me, it didn't really work. It was good for a short amount of time to lose fast, but after you convert back to like normal food, it just comes right back. Like all that weight just slowly like comes back, like it was just hiding underneath, and then just like exposes itself out. So yeah. I think that was I mean during my competition I was 182. I think currently I'm at like 192, 195. I mean that was only 4 months ago. I've gained like all my weight back.
Yeah.
It's freaking crazy. But yeah, I mean diet is definitely hard. So
for my first meet that I did, it was at the end of my high school year. And then my brother, he had me do intermittent fasting. So I wouldn't be eating from like after dinner till like lunchtime. And then sometimes I would push it to like when I get back from school.
Damn, that's hard.
So
that's hard.
I did that, and then that helped me lose like, I think 14 pounds. About 14 pounds.
In how long though? Like how, what's the time?
It was about like 6 months. I lost that much weight.
See, I think that's pretty healthy though. 6 months? I mean, I lost like pretty much 16 to 18 pounds in like 3 weeks, less than a month.
Oh shit.
And I mean, yeah, mostly it was water weight too, but still, I mean, just literally eating like 2 small meals, and it was all keto, like all high fat, like no carbs at all. So I was really, I mean, I ate a little bit like carb. I feel like I cheated here and there, but I mean, like I said, my old high school habits never dies,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I mean, but still, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about results. Like no matter which route you choose, it's what your goal is and sticking with it. And it was hard sticking with keto with like that weight, because it's hard because it limits you a lot of food, and like your nutrients get like shitty. And I don't have that time to like look up all the different type of food that has good fat, high fat. It's like it was
just a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time in. Yeah, but yeah. So do you have any tips for people that are like trying to start weightlifting and stuff?
I would say just try and find like a group of friends or someone else you can work out with, and then that way they can keep you like regular, like kind of like regular and like accounting for yourself.
Yeah.
And then so like they can do the same for you and you can do the same for them.
Right.
I think that the main thing is just working out with another person.
Yeah.
Because working out alone is just kind of like hard.
Yeah. And like I said, like that motivation game, it's like for me it was, I mean, I was just blessed when I first started. I had like my high school friends to start it with, and they always like helped me out, like up my game. Like come in one day, it's like, oh, we should like go a little bit heavier, keep the same reps, keep the same set and reps, and they also like helped me out with my forms, fix my posture and stuff, and a lot of credits to my high school friends. But yeah, I mean,
it also helps you
true. It's kind of true working out with someone. Oh yeah, like I said, it's been a hobby for me for 3 years, and I'm pretty sure it will be for like lifetime.
Yeah. If you can find like a good group of friends just to work out with, like every once in a while, it's still just better.
For sure. Do you have any diet plans right now that you're going through?
Not really a plan. I'm just trying to limit myself. Like still trying to not eat as much.
Okay.
Because when I did the intermittent fasting, I would pretty much eat the same like size meals, but I would just take out one of them.
So like take out one meal?
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't eat breakfast
at
all. And then so I would just focus on eating lunch and dinner, and that's where all my nutrients and all my calories and protein and everything came from.
Okay.
But now that I'm not really have to do it, I'm just kind of doing like eat whenever I want, but I'm still just keeping track. Like I have an app on my phone that I keep track of like how many calories, what kind of food it is.
Yeah.
And then it just also mentally, I know like oh, I ate this much food, like I ate like a big meal earlier today.
Right.
That's just what I'm doing. But if you are thinking about competing and you want to hit a certain weight class, you just have to have a plan, get it set up, and then just stick to it. That's the main thing.
So did you use any, so you said you used an app, but what is it called?
MyFitnessPal.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool. I used to use that too. I really liked it when I first got it, which was like a while ago, and then after a while I have a tendency of getting lazy. It's so much work. You have to like literally put, especially if you're home making something and that doesn't have a barcode that you can just scan and like it just inputs your calories and intake and all that other stuff. But if you're home cooking and you have all these shitload of like different ingredients, that was way too much work for me. So I was like, yo, fuck it, like I'm not gonna use that app. I'm just gonna mentally, kind of like, I guess, eyeball it.
Yeah, and you kind of have to just take it with a grain of salt. Like, you can't be like counting every single calorie. You just have to be like, okay, I ate approximately this much. Approximately this much.
Yeah, for sure. But, at the same time, it's like I have that thing of like either go all the way in or you just don't even do it at all.
Oh,
so I was like, in the first couple of weeks, I would buy food which had barcodes and like I would just eat those, like I went to Trader Joe's, bought lots of Trader Joe's food, and just like scanned them and then use a measuring cup and always like meal prep using like, 1 cup, half a cup. But after I got sick of the Trader Joe's food, I was like, dude, I gotta make some food of my own,
Yeah.
So and then I started buying all these ingredients and I was like using the FitnessPal. It just gets like first week I was fine, like using it, and then after a while I'm like, dude, this is way too much work. So I stopped using it. And I think it helped me. It definitely did help me when I was doing the Trader Joe's food, like the food that was already prepped and already inputted. I used those and it really helped me out. I think I cut like almost 5 pounds in like 2 weeks, appropriately too. Like I wasn't fasting, I wasn't doing anything. I was just eating like good portions, like whatever I wanted, but like good portions, like 1 cup of like chicken and then like half a cup of rice. That would be one meal, and then like side of veggies, and I still ate like sweets and stuff, like coffee with like sugar, cream, whatever. But I did work out a lot back when I was doing that. I worked out first thing in the morning usually, just get it done, and I was doing a lot more volumes instead of like working on my strength, like doing 1 reps. So I think that also helped. I would sweat out all day, and that helped me lose my weight in a more healthy sense. But as soon as I stopped using the app, which, it definitely helps. I think I just got lazy.
Okay. Yeah. That's where some people like they prefer meal prepping, because you started meal prepping once, right?
Yeah, I actually did it for a while. Did it for months, and it really helped. I would have like containers, like I would make like 14 containers of meal prep food, and I would do 7 of these and 7 of that, so I'm not like eating the same food all day.
Okay.
Which I don't mind eating the same food every day and every week, but it's kind of fun to like try different things out, and it gets a lot harder when you start getting more creative. It's like making your meal prep. But yeah, I did it for a while, and it definitely helps, especially when I was a student. It helps because you're like, I was on the go all the time, and it was like, I gotta eat something. It's like put it in the microwave and like eat, and then I gotta go to class or I gotta go to library to study. Just take like a couple boxes and then you're outdoor. But
yeah, I haven't actually started meal prepping, but I feel like the next couple of years I'll start actually doing it.
Yeah, I think you should. I'm thinking about doing it again, because like I said, it definitely helped me. It gives you a sense of like portion control.
Yeah.
And also, it's quick and easy, and you know what you're gonna eat, and instead of like going out to eat and like just you see a food on the table, and then at that time you don't even care about portion. You're just like fucking hungry. Like, let me just eat this. You know, like you don't whip out a freaking measuring cup and like start. Okay, I can have this much. Like, you know, this much.
You bring out a
fucking scale. Yeah, just put it right in the middle. I was like, okay, I can only have this much. This is all you guys. You know, you're not gonna do that. I mean, you're just gonna eat if you're gonna eat out. And when I meal prep, you know, I didn't eat out as much too, so that was a good thing. It saved me money too. Yeah, it was good times. When I like look back at it, like, yeah, it's definitely. You know, like I was looking at pictures from 2 years ago, from today, and I was like skinny, but also I had gained muscle throughout my like lifting career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just, but I mean, I gotta get back on that dieting plan again because I'm getting fat.
Hey guys, sorry. We had some technical difficulties with GoPro. But...
Yeah, the GoPro just died on us, so apologies. So right before it cut us off, we're talking about what we listen to, right?
Yeah.
Songs-wise, when we're working out. So what do you listen to?
So I usually have like 3 different playlists. One for when I do like back and deadlifts, another for legs and squats, and another for bench.
Okay.
Typically, I kind of think about what kind of music or genre music I listen to or associate that with the lift itself. So for deadlifts, I kind of think of like old school rock, like, you know, just kind of like oldies. And for bench, I kind of think of like metal songs, and squats is kind of like EDM or just a mixture of different songs.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever listened to metal when I work out. I feel like it would just hurt my ears. Like, honestly. I mean, no disrespect to like metal. I'm sure, like, you know, it's a great talent, whatever you guys are doing. But that's just not for me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just started listening to metal music like this month.
Okay.
I didn't really know what I wanted or what I associated with bench.
Right.
So I just kind of like was browsing through like YouTube, and then I listened to a couple of metal songs. I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Okay.
So I just added it to the playlist, and I just listened to like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, whatever gets your mojo going up for
you
know, whatever you're doing that day, workout wise.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think I would prefer the older raps, you know, with better lyrical sense, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, nowadays it's kind of hard to understand what they're talking about, and they have good beats in their rap music, but
sometimes you just
don't understand what the hell they're saying, and it kind of bothers me, and I don't listen to it. That's the reason why. But there are some really good ones that I'll, especially if it's an older, you know, artist that I've listened to for a while. I mean, you know, for them, they have to keep up with the trend, and they gotta adjust to like the audience, you know. I mean, so they do kind of alter their, you know, genre to like make it sound more modernized, and it just. I mean, I'll still give them support, you know. It's whatever, but the newer artists that are just yelling and doing random things on the mic. Sorry, but you know, I don't really understand what the hell you're saying, so I'm not gonna really put my time to like listen or like go over the lyrics.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I think we gotta wrap this thing up. So that's episode 1. Keep tuning in.
Next week.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do it once a week at least, or post a podcast once a week. We'll do like other random workout videos too, as much as we can. But yeah. So, all right, man.
Yep. See you guys later.
Like, subscribe, comment, share. Yep. Follow us on our other social medias. We'll put the links on the bottom.